I have a very quick and simple video for you guys today. I'm gonna share with you my updated pumpkin spice latte recipe. My intention with this video is to improve upon last year's recipe. I know I leaned on some pre-made syrup last year. This year I wanted to make a syrup pretty much entirely from scratch, and I'm really happy with what I came up with. Even though we are building this syrup from the ground up, I still wanted to make it as simple as possible, so you only need a handful of ingredients. All of these are very accessible at pretty much any grocery store. So for our pumpkin base, we're gonna be using pumpkin puree. Make sure that you get the pure pumpkin instead of the pumpkin pie filling because there is a difference. We are gonna have 2 syrups, agave, which I use in most of my other recipes, and the maple syrup of your choice. We're gonna use some pure vanilla extract, and most importantly, our pumpkin pie spice. And if you want to build your own pumpkin pie spice, the ingredients in this one are cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cloves. I wasn't going to worry about buying all of the different spices individually, but I will say I like a little bit more cinnamon to my pumpkin spice lattes, so I do add a little bit more cinnamon separately. That is it as far as ingredients go, and now I will walk you through the recipe. We're going to be making this syrup on the stovetop in a small pot over medium heat. And the first thing we're going to add is about 1/4 cup of water. Then we're going to add a pretty generous spoonful of pumpkin puree, a tablespoon of maple syrup, a tablespoon of agave syrup, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and your spices to taste. I like to add a pretty generous amount of the pumpkin spice. I didn't measure, but this probably comes out to 1.5 to 2 tablespoons. And then maybe 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're gonna let that simmer on medium heat, stirring periodically. And while our syrup cooks down, we're gonna go ahead and pull our espresso. In the end, you're gonna be looking for a thick, viscousy texture. So once a lot of that water has boiled down and your syrup looks something like this, you're gonna go ahead and pull it off the stove, and that part is then finished. For our lattes, I like to add about 15 grams of syrup per shot of espresso. This gets you a really nice balanced flavor where the taste of the syrup doesn't overpower the taste of your coffee. But if you like a sweeter or more pumpkin forward drink, you can adjust that according to your personal preference. I like to stir the syrup into the espresso with a matcha whisk just to make sure that the syrup is fully dissolved and you don't have any grainy texture left over. And for our final step, we're gonna add the milk. This drink can be made either hot or iced. If you do make this drink iced, I would add just a few more grams of syrup because the temperature of the iced latte can mask the flavor just a little bit. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you try this recipe at home, please let me know how you liked it in the comments. Or if you have your own pumpkin spice or other autumn drink recipe that you love, I would absolutely love to hear those as well. See you next time.